Is Facebook dying? According to social media analytics company Quintly, the answer is no. Despite the ongoing decrease of organic reach, Facebook growth in brand posts continue to increase. Quintly's latest findings show that daily Facebook brand posts increased by over 36% in 2015, followed by Instagram at 14% and Twitter at 2%. Facebook's audience network is no longer limited to Facebook users. Advertisers can now not target non-Facebook users on websites and apps within the audience network. But does advertising to non-Facebook users limit the amount of data we receive as advertisers? The latest move increases Facebook's ad real estate across the internet, potentially becoming a future threat to Google's ad space. Facebook has reported on the success of its latest pixel function known as advanced matching. Testing by Facebook showed a 10% increase in conversions and 20% increase in reach. The new feature allows advertisers to send existing customer data like email, address and phone numbers to Facebook, securely of course, which in turn provides increased data so that you're able to report on increased conversion, reporting, and reach more people through custom audiences. Personal dark posts. Some users are now able to make status updates without having them appear on their timeline. So I don't know how Facebook intends to use this feature, but I guess it comes in handy when you're wanting to share content that could haunt you later from a recruiter or a teacher perhaps, or sharing messages that you don't want to store on your timeline. And now over to Isaac with news on Google Plus and YouTube.
So as far as YouTube goes, they're actually releasing a new online subscription service called Unplugged. It's similar to Netflix and Hulu. They've yet to get any big networks on and signed on with them, but it is expected to debut sometime next year. As far as Google goes, their new virtual reality platform known as Daydream is expected to release sometime this fall. So with that, it's paving the way for YouTube's robust library of online video. Everything that they post, from 360 video to 3D video, as well as the standard format, is going to be available on this platform. So it'll be really interesting to see what they can do with that. Anyway, that's it for me. So now over to Bree with Snapchat and Pinterest.
It's speculated that there's been an upset in the top 4 social media platforms ruling the world. Facebook holds its spot at number 1, Instagram number 2, and for years past it's been Twitter at number 3. But Twitter has 134 million daily active users, but has been surpassed by Snapchat with 150 million daily active users, which they reached in a time of 4 years, and Facebook reached in a time of 5 years. So they're currently the world's fastest growing social media platform, with new changes happening all the time. In the next 2 to 3 days, there will be a change to the entire Discover platform on Snapchat. And this will could possibly change it to look like the Instagram. And now we'll go to Hunter with LinkedIn news.
I'm going to talk about some LinkedIn news. LinkedIn is still LinkedIn. Pretty easy, right? But the problem is that they've had hackings in the past, which led to a recent hacking on Mark Zuckerberg's Twitter account and LinkedIn account. Luckily, his Facebook wasn't hacked, or the whole world would go insane. Then we have a few recent competitors joining into the field with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has over 400 million users, but there is one person dominating some of their space in Europe. It's called BB. They have over 8 million users between Spain and Southern America. And the reason it being is they get to pick the content that they get to see. If they want to see running news along with the stock market updates, that's all they see. And it's really turning into a huge platform for Spanish-speaking cultures. We'll see how LinkedIn responds to that. But back to what I originally said, what is LinkedIn doing to keep up with the game? Facebook, Twitter, and all these other platforms are really changing. I understand that they're B2C and B2B on these other platforms, and LinkedIn is typically B2B. But what are they doing? They got to stay up on their game. So I'm really looking forward to future updates on LinkedIn. And now it's time to hear from our favorite Brazilian, Lucas.
Starting today, it's now possible to share photos and videos directly to Instagram on iOS without having to first launch the app. Instagram version 8.2 includes an iOS extension that lets you share both photos and videos from Photos and other iOS apps directly to Instagram. The feature also lets you write a caption to accompany the photo or video, but filters and other editing features will still require launching the full app. If there's one platform we've patiently waited for updates from, it's Twitter. Despite the fact we all found shortcuts around certain annoying things Twitter make us do, like putting periods before ad symbols, it's relieving to know Jack Dorsey and his crew are looking to make improvements. And my report wraps up this week's social media news. Stay tuned for next week to know a little bit more about the platforms.